Hello, welcome to my house and welcome to my channel. I'm Laura Cepeda and we are going to continue with the courses for beginners. Today I'm going to show you how you can make the double crochet using your finger as a hook and also with the hook. Well, let's don't lose more time and let's start. Remember that if you want to buy and use the same materials that I use in all my videos, you can visit my online store www.lauracepeda.es. Well, welcome. Today I'm going to show you how you can make the double crochet. Remember that we are going to use first our hook and then I will teach you how you can make it with the fingers. Well, remember that we have already learned how to make the chains, and in the last video we learned how to make the single crochet and 3 different ways and that you can make the single crochet. So today we are going to make how to make the double crochet. This is also a basic stitch that you must know. Well, I made 15 chains. I'm going to make 2 more, and you need to know that the first step is that you need to have a base chains. Okay, we are going to turn over, we are going to skip 2, 3, and in the 4th we are going to insert our hook and we are going to take 1. You must know that we have different kinds of double crochets. We are going to learn the basic double crochets where we have, you can see these 3 threads. So in the first, we take the first 2 and then the next 2. So again, we will turn over and we are going to insert our hook like this. Okay, it's important that you take both parts of the chain. Once that you take both parts of the chain, you must take both parts in all the chains, okay? Because if not, the stitch and your break won't look not that good, okay? So that these details are important. So again, we have these 3 threads. We will take the first 2 and then the next 2. So this is the double crochet. This is the basic double crochet that you should know, okay? This is called double crochets because we crochet twice, right? So we turn over twice, so that's why we double crochet. So we are going to practice, okay? Remember that it's also very important how we face the hook. So first we are going to face to us, and then when we take the stitch, it face down, okay? So again, we are going to make it slowly. So this is the double crochet, and remember that it's important that we take the hook with one hand, and with the same hand, with the help of the fingers, we take the project like this, okay? So it will give us support and it will be easier for us to continue with the next stitches. And with the other hand, well, we are going to take the rest, because if not, the rest of the chain will be like flying. So we need support and we need to see where we have to go next. Also, the thumb finger will indicate us where we should insert our hook next. So that's why it's very important that we grab and that we take we use our hands to help us, okay? I know that there are different ways of how you can take the hook, but to me, I found this way very easily. I know that some of you take the stitch and take the hook like this, but if you see, you don't have the support of your hand. So your project, at the end, it doesn't look that tight or straight, okay? You will have a better control over the hook, and you will see that the stitch will look the same, will look equal, so it will look so much better. So I suggest that if you are learning, well, you learn to take the hook like this. Also, in terms of healthy, I think that it's better that you take the hook like this, because you don't move too much the wrist. So with the time you may damage, okay? So it's better if you learn how to take the hook like this. If you see, you just make smooth moves. So I think it's better. Well, at the end, we will go up with 3 chains to give the same height of the double crochets, to have the same height. Well, once you get here, you can crochet and insert the hook here, But if you insert your hook here, you are not going to insert your hook at the end, because this means that we are going to increase, because we already crocheted this first stitch by going up with 3 chains. So we are going to skip one and we are going to insert our hook right in the next stitch. So please be careful there, and you should have this into account. Well, as you could see, it's very easy, the double crochet. Remember that this is the basic double crochet. And also it's important that at the end you should count how many double crochets you have, because you must have the same number of the base chains that you made at the beginning. So well, for now we will finish this row, and then I will teach you other kind of double crochets. And this stitch is very common. It's one of the most used in the crochet world. I have made blouses with only this stitch from the beginning to the end, and it looks so beautiful. Also, it's important that you should take into account that this stitch has two views, okay? The wrong side and the right side. So well, we almost finished this row. Well, look, here at the end of the row, we are going to insert our hook over the chains that we made at the beginning of the last row, remember? So at the end, you must have the same number of base chains and the same number of double crochets. Now we are going to learn how to make other kind. We will go up with 3 chains. You will insert our hook. We will have 3 threads. We will take one, you will take the next 2 and the next 2. So this is called double crochet of 3 crochet. As you see, because we take our hook, we turn over 3 times. Well, I like to use this stitch a lot because I feel that my stitch looks extended and it looks like more fancy. I don't know why I like it, but I think it looks much better, right? But both ways are for the same, just it change how many times and how many moves you make, okay? In this case, as you see, well, we turn over 3 times, and we first take one, then we take 2 threads, and then we take the last 2 threads together, like this. And well, if you buy a book or a magazine, you will see that when it says a double crochet, you will see that the stick has 2 sticks over, and if you are going to make a double crochet of 3 crochets, you will see that the stick has 3 sticks over. So like this is how you will know if you are going to make a basic double crochet, or if you are going to make a double crochet of 3 crochets. So well, look here, we almost finished the row. That you see, the only thing new is that we make more moves and that we turn over, but it's basically the same, okay? Now I'm going to teach you another kind of double crochet. This is called extended double crochet, because we are going to turn over more times. We will go up first with 4 chains and we will turn over twice. You see, 1 and 2. Now we are going to insert our hook. We are going to take the first 2, the next 2, and the next 2, and it looks so long. You see the difference? Well, this is extended double crochet, and this is a double crochet but with 4 crochets. You see? So if in the magazine you see a stick with 2, it's a double crochet, or a stick cross with 3 sticks, it's a double crochet of 3 crochet, of the stick cross with 4 sticks, so it means it will be a double crochet of 4 crochets, or an extended double crochet as I called. So well, this is the last double crochet that I'm going to teach you. Now I'm going to teach you how you can make it with the fingers. Remember that also in previous videos I have taught you how you can make the chains and the single crochet with your fingers. Well, I want that you also learn how to make these double crochets with your fingers too, okay? It's very easy, and you will see now that you know how to make these stitches, you will make more and you will create amazing projects. You will see. You just need to practice, okay? So well, now we are going to learn how to make it using our finger as a hook, but basically it's the same technique. You will see. Just let me finish this row. Well, to crochet with our fingers, it's important that you use a more chunky material, okay? We are going to use a material that it goes between medium and chunky. We are going to use our hook, I mean our finger as it were our hook, and like we made with our hook, first we need to make some chains as a base. So like this is how we are going to make chains with our finger. Remember that I have a video where I teach you how you can make them. If you haven't practiced, well, it's moment that you practice. To make this sample, I made 12 chains. So now yarn over and we will count 1, 2, and 3. And here, right here, we are going to insert our hook. We are going to take these two parts of the chain, like here, inserting our finger. So once that we have 3 threads, we will take the first 2 and then the next 2. Well, now to continue with the next one, we are going to turn over and we will see exactly where we have to go next. We will insert our finger always here in between these threads. So look again, as we see, we already crocheted the last one, so now we are going with the next one. So first we take the first 2 and then the next 2. As you see, I'm using all my fingers. That will help me to make it better. So we will call this stitch the double crochet, and we will continue making this stitch together until the end of the row. So I want to make sure that everything is clear for you, okay? This kind of stitch, it's more common that I use in a garment that it's bigger, for example a blanket or a sweater, or something that I want that it looks loose, because as you see, the stitch is not that tight. I use more the single crochet when I'm going to crochet with my fingers because it looks more tight. So in garments that I need to that they be a little bit more tight, or that they are not that big, for example a baby jacket, well, I use the single crochet, but you can use this stitch the double crochet with fingers to make a blanket that you need to that the blanket be loose, or a sweater or something, or maybe a collar scarf. So you will see once that you learn how to make both stitches, and you will see which stitch is better according to the project that you want to make. Well, here at the end of the row we will close the row like this, and now we will turn around. We will go up with 2 or 3 chains according how loose you crochet, because you want to give this the same height of your stitch. So if you crochet loose, well, you are going to make 3 chains, but if you crochet like me, more or less, well, you are going to make 2 chains to go up. And we will repeat what we made with the hook. We are going to insert in the next stitch, also taking both parts of the chain like this. First we will take the first 2 and then the next 2, and like this you will see that by its own the stitch will lead us where we have to insert our finger next. So well, like this is how we are going to continue until the end of the row. I will continue making the stitch with you so you can see how it is. And well, also remember that we don't need to crochet too tight, because when we came back and when we insert our finger in the spaces, sometimes it doesn't fit, so you have to be careful. And remember that you don't need to tie too much because we have to insert our finger next, so be careful there. So we almost finished, and now that we finished this row, I'm going to teach you how we can make the other kind of double crochet. So now we are going to make the 3 chains. We will go up because we are going to make the double crochet of 3 crochets. So once that we are here, we are going to yarn 1, we are going to insert our hook. We are going to take one, then the next two, and then the next two. As you see, we are making the same, but now using our finger. The same that we made with our hook, we are making it with our finger, you see? So remember, this is the double crochet of 3 crochet. You see it looks longer. Remember that we are going to take also both parts of the chain, and like this is how we are going to continue for the rest of the row. You have to see how it looks each stitch, so when you have a break in mind, you more or less will know which stitch you will need to use so it can look like that. Imagine this stitch for a shawl, for a bag, or for a blanket. I think it might look good, right? And you will see while you are learning how to make this, you will have more ideas, and you will see and you will make experiments, and you will make different things. For example, if you put like 5 or 4 double crochets in the same stitch, you will see that you will have a shell. But well, later you will learn how to make more stitches, right? And well, I think that if we make the double crochet of 4 crochets, like the extended double crochet that I teach you with the hook, it will look even longer and it will look more loose. Okay, but well, so far we have learned how to make these double crochets using our hook and using our finger as a hook. Well, thank you so much. I hope that you have learned these new stitches with me. Remember that in the coming videos, I will continue sharing more basic steps if you want to learn how to crochet. Well, thank you so much. Don't forget to subscribe and don't forget to leave a comment. Bye.